For years, people have told us how great the 90s were with your Battletoads and your Fresh Prince, but no one ever talked about how great the mid-90s were and the things that we brought to the table. Well, I'm not gonna sit around and let my childhood fade away. I mean, we were the pioneers of the 2000s. It won't be easy creating this list, but I accept the challenge. Perfect! Number 10. Mario Party was a staple for its time, and unlike other games, it took everything from its previous installment and made it that much better. It had great mini-games too. You could do anything from archery to literally trying not to fall in a pit of lava. The game threw in a couple knickknacks to keep things interesting as well, such as hidden block stars and the ability to steal all your friends' coins. It was pure bliss. Number 9. Yeah, that's right. Being the middle child of the 90s allowed me to experience the phenomenon of the Guitar Hero series. And the game really changed when the third installment came out. Not only did it have a great storyline, but for the first time ever, it had bosses, and it matched you against guitar legends such as Tom Morello and Slash from Guns N' Roses. But the final boss? Oh yeah, he was the devil. Or well, Lou in this instance. Ironically, the level makes you play The Devil Went Down to Georgia, and I assure you, this game was guaranteed to break your hands and your guitar. You did as well, Octane. Number 8. Tekken was one of the games that paved way into the 3D genre. For what debuted as an arcade game back in '94, has now grown into a huge community with players all around the world. You know what sets this game apart from the rest? Its fluency. It doesn't have that cut and paste style like other franchises. This allows you to put your opponent through the most gracious beatdown of their lives, just to never call back. The series had a few goose and gas along the way as well, such as Tekken Ball, Hiachi Bowlin', the wacky outfits, and even this guy. Who is this guy? What does he want? What's his motive? The answer is that he has none, man. He just likes disco, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Number 7. Whatever drift mechanic they had in Double Dash, you need to take it out, give it back, and never separate the two of us again, because it was the best, hands down. Not to mention it was the first Mario Kart, and the only, to feature 2 playable characters at the same time. And if one of you and your friends want to tackle these worlds together, you could, on the same screen with the same kart. But if you were the driver and had a special, you would then have to switch with your partner in order to use it. This was great because that means there's never the same driver through an entire race. Want to rip each other's throat out instead? Well, you could do that too with split screen. This game was also first to introduce you to special items that were unique to certain characters, such as the Bowser Shell that destroys anything in its path, or the Chomp Chomp that chews its way to victory. Truly, a masterpiece of its time. Dash on, Double Dash. Dash on.
Oh yeah, who's number 1 now? Luigi. Woohoo! I'm the winner!
Number 6.
Come back here. You can't run away forever.
Quite true. Quite true.
How much more original can you get than a theme raccoon with a cane? What grew to be one of the greats of the PS2 era was Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoons. This game was all about protecting the family heirloom and getting that sweet, sweet cash. Now since you're always breaking the law, you do have a cop that constantly follows you around that goes by the name of Carmelita. No worries though, cause when Sly is close to getting caught, he just drops down a load of Mac Daddy and gets away. If you want a game full of stealth, combat, loot, and coins, well this is the game for you. Number 5. Have you ever played Need for Speed Most Wanted? Because if you haven't, then you've never played a racing game. It starts you out by racing some punk for pink slips. Little did you know this guy tampered with your car.
There's something wrong with your ride.
This leads to your car getting towed away, leaving you in a town with no money and no ride. Luckily, you made a friend, and she's willing to give you a car, that way you can go beat this motherfucker and take your car back. And once you do, this little turd decides that he doesn't want to give it back.
You're gonna have to take him.
But it's okay, because your friend Mia took the keys for you. Turns out she was a cop the whole time. She decides to let you go though, because she's only interested in this douchebag. That doesn't mean it's over yet. You see, there's a super cop that goes by the name of Cross, and he and his group of Corvettes has been chasing you through the entire game. After he finds out that you managed to slip away, he sends every unit after you.
Everyone?
That means there's only one thing left to do, and that's to launch your car across the bridge and hope you make it. If you're a true racer, then there's no doubt that this game is in your collection. Number 4.
Oh no. It's gonna be one of those days.
Kids ate it up, and parents try to shut it down, but there ain't no denying the impact that this game had. After a night at the bar, Conker tries to find his way home. Along the way, the Panther King, finds out that Conker would be the perfect height for his table leg problem. This puts Conker through all kinds of ruckus. Eventually, he does find the Panther King. Some weird shit goes down, and now you have to face this thing. After beheading this thing, Conker becomes the new ruler of all the land. You might not be able to make much sense of this game, but you sure can enjoy the ride.
Well, I suppose that's it. Anything else?
Number 3. Pokemon Stadium was the first game to transfer over to 3D in the Pokemon series. This game didn't have a story. Instead, it focused more on the battle. And with 8 badges plus the Elite Four to conquer, you won't be getting bored anytime soon. The best part is that you can register your Pokemon from the Game Boy, which gave you more control of the battles you were in. There was also a handful of mini-games you could enjoy, like the Magic Carp Splash, or the Sushi Go Round. Personally, this minigame is my favorite, because it sounds like the Lickitungs are giving it their all to reach that food. If you wanted to, you can hop on over to the gallery and snap photos of your favorite Pokemon. And if you think you got what it takes, then go test your skills on the Prime Cup. Yep, all these things for you back then.
And there goes the battle!
Number 2. After the success of the first 2 installments, they decided to get real. A matter of fact, they got so real they took 2 steps back from being that real in the next installment. Brawl was the first game to try to piece together a story for you called the Subspace Emissary, and goddamn if it wasn't amazing. You see, I didn't mind the realistic style choice for this game. Getting a closer look at what these characters would appear like in real life was a treat to me. The Subspace Emissary is a side-scroller with decent levels and pretty cool cameos from other games. It's all good until you reach the Great Maze. You see this, you see that? Yeah, get lost in that and then come back and tell me how you feel. Also, after you emerge from that experience, you get to fight this fella. And you better bring your A-game, because blocking, dodging, and jumping is the difference between living and dying with this guy. After you defeat him, everything just seems to go back to normal. All in all, the Subspace Emissary was an enjoyable experience, and I hope to see something similar in the Ultimate Edition. But until then, I'll say goodbye for now. Number 1. Back in 1998, we were introduced to this little dude named Spyro. He's a young dragon that was met with a dire situation after all the elders got turned into statues for calling this guy ugly.
Ugly?
And now it's up to you to release all these dragons and bring peace back to the 5 worlds. Or was it 6? Anywho, when you start collecting statues, a lot of them will give you useful tips to help you along the game. But there are a few that hits you with a high and by, leaving you feeling like you kinda been betrayed. I mean, there's not that many cutscenes in this game, why you gotta hurt me so? There is a wide range of bosses in this game. Like this guy. He's a robot. A robot with a mohawk. Amazing. After Nasty Nork is defeated, the kingdom is saved, and peace is restored once more.
Well, mostly. I still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Sun is shining in the sky.
Don't forget to check out some of my videos if you haven't yet, and I'll see you on the next. Okay, bye!